Hey guys, welcome to Get Busy Watching. I'm your host, Honest Dan. Let's talk movies. Keeping it light this week, guys, because, well, I'm still gearing up for Halloween month. So my reviews for this rapid fire will be just a little bit longer than usual, so forewarning. Let's get started. A nice family goes on vacation somewhere. They go to a mysterious beach with other vacationers who are definitely weird and wouldn't want to share a beach vacation with. Except this beach is spooky. It makes people age rapidly and live their entire lives in a single day, making grandma over here totally screwed. Somewhere in here is a good movie, but this is definitely a return to Shyamalan's bad filming dark ages. The cardinal sin of this movie is the writing and directing. The script makes heavy-handed allusions to the theme of the movie, and even though I know kids can be quirky, the fact that the younger brother goes around asking people their names and occupation is about when I called it that the writing was a huge afterthought. Then we actually get to the beach and things get interesting for a little bit. Dead people, dying people, trying to figure out what the hell is going on, it gets pretty tense. But then, yup, you've probably learned about this on the internet. The rapidly aging 6-year-old boy, aged to a teenager, previously met another 6-year-old girl, also aged to a teenager. They have sex. And he gets her pregnant. It's very messed up. Look, the rating of this movie could blare PG-13 at me all day. And it's not like we see the deed being done, but I didn't need the raw visual to disturb the ever-loving crap out of me. Oh, and seconds later, the 6-year-old girl, now aged to a teenager, births that baby, which dies seconds later. I don't think the Conjuring film screwed my brain up this much. Oh, and like, none of this matters later on, so it's literally just there to disturb you for no reason. I can't even talk about the one cool body horror moment because the child-on-child thing took me way the hell out of the movie to the point where nothing else mattered. Not the twist, not the resolution, I just wanted this movie to wrap up so I wouldn't ever have to watch it again. Not the worst horror film of the year, but it really wanted to be. Not recommended. My honest rating for Old, a 2 out of 5.
Why would I be standing around, bro? Damn.
His nose is bleeding. I think he got that when she was trying to defend herself.
I don't like this dynamic at all.
My nose has been bleeding.
Free City is a computer game where players are given complete freedom to be as violent and destructive as they want. Ryan Reynolds plays Guy, a non-player character who begins to question his role in the world and develops self-awareness after seeing a player named Millie. She's hunting through the game to find proof that the game's coding was originally made by her and her former partner, the Stranger Things guy, to win a lawsuit against the CEO of the company that created Free City. Soon she realizes that she needs Guy's help. Yeah, it's a lot to take in, but believe me, this movie is far better than I expected it to be. Every time I see a movie about video games being made, especially whatever SJW crap 1-Up is about to be, I don't expect a true representation of how either games are represented or how gamers are represented. For all intents and purposes, Free City looks like any other Hollywood video game creation. But where the movie blows my mind is how well it surprisingly understands video game development. At least in terms of cynical cash grabs, pumped out sequels, not improve on the experience, but to monetize off of the brand name, and so much more. Gotta say, Taika Waititi, despite overacting and clearly trying to be the cool, hip, and with it corporate jerk, I'm pretty sure that's the point, being an obvious but hilarious parody of the likes of Ubisoft and EA. So when your movie is about the small indie developers more interested in creating something great and niche without selling out, anti-corporation if you will, you've won my heart. Never mind the politics, Reynolds as always is downright hilarious. Jodie Comer and Lil Rel Howery both get their time in the sun, and I give credit that the gamers themselves are pretty funny. This is far and away the best movie I've ever seen about a video game. Now, if only we can just get Hollywood to put as much care and attention into an actual adaptation of a video game, I will be a happy Peruvian boy at that point. Anyway, I had a ton of fun with this and I definitely recommend it. My honest rating for Free Guy, a 5 out of 5.
Giving this whole world the finger. How are you pulling this off?
I've never given anyone any of my fingers.
You work at Star.
Melissa McCarthy is going through a personal tragedy and is then attacked by a territorial starling. God damn it. This was supposed to be a good Melissa McCarthy outing. I mean, it kind of is. I mean, it's leagues better than when she's working with her husband, but this should have been so much better. I won't sit here and say that it isn't worth watching. Again, when McCarthy isn't doing the likes of Super Intelligence or Thunder Force, then she's given a chance to shine as a real actor. And you want to know something? When the scene calls for her to be serious and actually, act, then she's a knockout. Truly, she goes through the gamut of anger, sadness. She hits notes that I haven't seen out of her since St. Vincent. Chris O'Dowd practically steals the show, and even Kevin Kline's character has some brutally honest moments. But where the movie breaks my heart is everywhere in between these golden moments. The titular starling is completely CGI. At least in Penguin Bloom, the magpie was a real bird. Despite my ravings about McCarthy's performance, I did mention when called to be good. This implies when she's not called to be good, she has her trademark humor that almost feels like a poorly written script, not a woman using humor to hide her pain. It's beyond frustrating to see her be painfully unfunny. And she's matched only by Timothy Olyphant, who might as well be in a completely different movie. At the end of the day, I am weirdly still recommending this, but just be prepared for some really annoying moments. My honest rating for The Starling, a strong 3 out of 5.
Is that the one?
Yep, that's him.
He looks pretty harmless.
Oh, don't let it fool you.
You can't.
Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it. Have a great day. Stay safe and healthy out there. Hope to see you soon. One final caveat as you guys move on with your day, I've decided to test my luck at a Patreon, so please consider supporting the channel. No obligations, of course, no content is gated off, but any and all support would mean a lot. Links in the description. Have a great one, folks.